Welcome back, PES fans, and we are down to the final 8. 4 spots up for grabs in 2 semi-finals. The kid is still 2 goals ahead of the king. Both of these 2 nations arrived in Germany as underdogs, and they will be inspired by the fact that one of them will be in the semi-final in Dortmund, and who even knows, maybe even the final back here in Berlin on July 9th. And the quarter-finals are underway. It's Sweden versus Mexico. He's back to Lindelof, he's running, there's nobody in front of him, why not have a turn? Puts his laces through it, but it's not the optimal amount of tongue on the boot. Gerardo trying to make a decision, he's got Pineda to his left and he may have just took too long to seek out Pineda, he is offside. Henrik Larsson receives it over the top. Willemsen, first time ball in, and Zlatan with one of the first of many header attempts. Ibrahimovic, he goes down, referee says play on. Now Sweden had to take advantage of the advantage play, switch back into Lundberg, cleared away to safety, and they forfeited that free kick for nothing. Mexico hold their nerve. Lundberg cuts inside, crosses blocked. Svensson overpowers Pardo, that's knocked away. Lindelof on a volley that's heading out of the Olympiastadion. Half time, wouldn't be remiss to say he's a bit of a bore in Berlin so far. Driven to the captain, Svensson. He's just waiting for the overlap from Ibrahimovic and he goes down. Marquez escapes the booking. Svensson hits the wall. Whips it back in, Lundberg. The cross soaked up by Marquez. Here comes Willemsen galloping into danger area for Mexico, and Larsson is through! What a miss! Ibrahimovic, Mexico losing their shape a little at the back. Larsson over the top to Zlatan, nice touch to bring it down, and tucks it away underneath Sanchez. 1-0 to Sweden! It's goal number 4 for the future legend. What will he do without him in this World Cup? He's dragging the Scandinavians kicking and screaming further into this tournament. Take nothing away from the lofted pass from Henrik Larsson, but a fantastic touch from Zlatan. Kim Charleston will make an appearance. Just over 20 minutes to go for Mexico to turn it around. That's a nasty challenge on Zlatan, he stays down. Sweden play on though. Here comes Charleston. Back to Edmund, Zlatan still stays down. He's back up now, and it might be that slight uncertainty that's caught Mexico off guard. They've regrouped now for the moment. Lundberg to Larsson, Svensson down the line to Ibrahimovic, and he flicks it in. Ibrahimovic rises from the dead, wiped out in the middle of the pitch, stayed down, and he's recovered to help his country to the brace. It's a nice little lazy dink, and Sanchez is unawares. Well, Ibrahimovic still walking gingerly. That's not what the Scandinavians want to see. Sent long, looking for Borghetti. Just a little too late on the diving header. Mexico badly need to pull one back. 15 minutes left of their World Cup odyssey. Pavel Pardo had to go from distance and straight into the palms of Isaacson. Well, the Swedes' worst fears are confirmed. Ibrahimovic will leave the field of play due to injury. And psychologically, this will have a negative effect on the team if he cannot play the rest of the tournament. Svensson lays it off to Charleston. Oh, first time! That's how you make your appearance as a substitute. A super one as that. Kim Karlström on the turn, first time. It's game over for the Mexicans. Sweden are heading to Dortmund. Nielsen, that's a big ball in. At least he's found somebody. It's Lundberg to Svensson, now Charleston. Skips past one and 3 Mexican players can't bring him down. And he even dinks it into the net with a chip. What a goal! Kim Charleston announcing himself for the Swedes with a late appearance as a substitute and 2 goals. In a short amount of time, let's take a look at this stubborn finish. Admire the resilience of the Ron's playmaker. Could have easily have gone down, and he says, no, I'm having my World Cup moment. Well, Mexico aren't playing for a spot in the semi-final, they're playing for pride now. Seeking the consolation, Sweden are back in the World Cup semi-final. for the first time since USA 1994. It is arguably the dream World Cup quarter-final, the rematch of France 98. A star-studded affair awaits in the Brazilians. The world champions seek revenge on Zinedine Zidane's France. Ronaldo seeks redemption for the final he failed to turn up for 8 years ago. Here's Ronaldo causing all sorts of headaches for that French defence. Makelele gets enough of that to cause a nuisance. It's a phenomenon. Makelele to Thierry Henry, squares it to Zinedine Zidane, he couldn't keep it down. Patrick Vieira marching forward. He's got Henry to the left, Zidane to the right. Thierry Henry just beaten to it by Dida. Franck Ribéry slams on the brakes. Roberto goes packing. Henry drives it low and hard. Kaka releases Ronaldo. Oh, too early. And it goes nowhere. Kaka turning, he's got options. Roberto is one of them. Here's Ronaldinho. Cuts inside onto his favourite right foot. Oh, what a challenge by Sagnol. Referee says no penalty. Swung in, soaked up by Gallas. Emerson. We all know how well Emerson can hit them from there. Ball bounced just before he can adjust. Emerson with a driven header forward. Kaka helps it on first time, and it does reach Ronaldo. This could be a splendid pass if Ronaldo can create something from it. The step overs, and it's subdued. Half-time in Hamburg, and for the second quarter-final in a row, it's 0-0 after 45 minutes. Ronaldo to Kaka, that's a training ground, give and go. Oh, great reactions from the defence. They were in trouble. Zidane just pings it, looking for Malouda. Oh, and he does get to it. I don't think he realised the defender was going to miss it. Vieira, Zidane, Henry. He's going to go for it alone. He's all by himself now. Ah, and that's wasted. One of the best moves by the French so far. Roberto. Emerson pulls the trigger. Yes! Brazil are in front. 1-0 to the world champions. And it's Emerson who puts a rocket in the RPG, pulls the trigger. And there's a hole in the goal net. A rocket-propelled grenade from range from the Juventus midfielder. On his way to Real Madrid in lieu of his club's relegation, is showing no signs of the stresses of domestic football. What a start for Brazil! Well, we're about to see 30 minutes of French fortitude. Oh, Zidane off the crossbar. France have 30 minutes to get back into this, and they very nearly were thanks to their captain, Henry. He's going for it by himself, trying to sprint his way past Schwan and Lucio. Dida saves. And the defenders get mixed up, it's tucked in! The king has done it! France equalise! Minutes after Emerson's thunderous open up. And it's a lousy way for the Seleção to concede. Lucio and Juan get the lines crossed after Dida does all the work in denying Thierry Henry initially. Mr. Vavavoom capitalises, becomes Mr. Poacher. 6 minutes of madness now. Brazil had to get the lead back. Kaka on the volley, but it's a daisy cutter. Henry cushioned header down to Zidane. A little bit of a 1-2 between the stars of the World Cup. Out wide to Sylvain Wiltord. With Cafu stalking his prey. Wiltord gets it in. Dida with an unorthodox save. Keeps him out by literally a foot. And maybe Brazil can counter in lethal fashion. Here comes Adriano. The powerful striker. And he doesn't get all of it on that ball. Wiltord the substitute, trying to go for glory for the French. Good save from Dida. One last roll of the dice before we have 30 more minutes. Sylvain Wiltord, can he muddy the waters for Brazil? Oh, great interception, and there it is, it's all over. The last two world champions have cancelled each other out. Extra time looms for Brazil and France. It's Gov who skips past Emerson. He's in crossing territory. Gets the ball in. And it's subdued. Zidane on the volley. It's dipping, and Wiltord on the follow-up. France have turned it around, and it's the unlikely candidate, Sylvain Wiltord. And how the tables have turned. Wiltord, once a notable French striker who's fell out of first-choice favour in recent years, scored the famous equaliser in Euro 2000 in the final, has possibly trumped up with a potential match-winning goal. It's now France's turn to chase. and right the wrong of the deficit. Robinho wins the corner. Ronaldo shot blocked. Ronaldinho just wide of the target. Here's Ronaldinho again into the middle to Kaká. Down the line to Ronaldo. Surely. Oh, great save, and it's bobbling towards the goal. Sagnol clears it before it can cross the line and do any danger. A heart-stopping last-minute save from Willy Sagnol. Cafu to swing it in. That's a deep one. Ronaldo beaten. Juninho. We know he likes to shoot, but he doesn't. He sprays out wide to Cafu. Ronaldinho scuffs the header. France have done it again. They're becoming Brazil's bogey team at the World Cup, and the star-studded world champions go home. Spain sailed out the group stage with flying colours, struggled a little bit against dark horses South Korea. Faced their first biggest test in an Italian side that's growing with confidence every game. David Villa is one step closer to that golden boot. But Italy have Luca Toni and Francesco Totti, one of the most devastating tandems this World Cup has seen. Senna, plenty of space, doesn't pull the trigger though. Xavi will. Not bad. Here's Del Piero, brings it down. Totti in the middle, flicks it back to Alessandro Del Piero, and it's tucked away by Casillas. Xavi drills it down the middle to Raul. Good block from the defender, and it's scooped up by Buffon. Raul. Villa, will he get it back? He does. Raul, can he just get away from Alessandro Nesta? He's keeping up. It's plucked out the sky by Buffon. Spain are holding their own against this very stubborn Italian defence. Raul, look at that. Xavi's in a ton of space. How the hell did he not convert? Here comes Italy. Camoranesi. Pirlo. Will he square it? Great block from Pinea. Here's an opportunity for the Italians. Pirlo from the set piece. It's swung in. Totti. Nice turn and control. Great save from Casillas. Elegantly controlled from the 8th King of Rome. Camoranesi in acres of space. Plenty of time to swing that elusive ball in. Whips it in. Who's going to be there on the end of it? It's brought out to Toni. Casillas stands his ground. Luca Toni. To Totti. Will he give it back to him? Luca Toni collects. And it bobbles wide. Casillas was frozen to the spot. It's been an end-to-end first half of football. Gattuso trying to initiate that Italian counter. Totti over the top to Luca Toni. Pueo misses it. Toni buries it. Italy take the lead in Gelsenkirchen just before half-time. And surprise, surprise, it's Luca Toni. And surprise, surprise number 2. Francesco Totti provides the assist. A great pass from the Roma legend. Pueo overestimates it. Villa slams on the brakes and whoa, he's past Botta. Plays it back to Xabi Alonso. Only stripped. It's a great tackle. That Italian defence is like a brick wall. Torres can't even set the scoreline just before half time. Raul squanders it. It's still alive though. David Villa plays it back to Alonso, stabs at it, and it goes no further. Villa to Pinea. First time in off the weak foot. Senna on the volley. Nope. Half time and Gelsenkirchen is far from an Italian job well done. Spain is still banging on that back door. Spain have got to channel some of that energy, that productivity from the Ukraine and Saudi Arabia matches so they stand a chance. Well, spoke too soon. David Villa with a goal seemingly out of nothing. It looked like the Italians had it under control. Perhaps it's just a testament to David Villa's Midas touch we've seen at these World Cup finals. Goal number 7 for the kid. Toni having none of it. Into the middle to Gattuso. Another fine save and there's a double from Casillas. Oh, off the crossbar. Iniesta has held forward to Villa. He's all by himself. And Nesta is sent packing. Buffon stands his ground at the near post. Totti. Toni. Toni's through. And he does it. Italy are back in front and it's Luca Toni. with his second goal of the game. Third goal of the World Cup for Luca Toni. He's turned it around in these knockout stages. And there's one off the left peg. Xavi, 20 minutes now for Spain to turn this around. Ramos into the middle to Raul, knocks it down to Villa. It's not strong enough to bother Buffon. 10 minutes left for a spot in Munich. Del Piero doesn't opt to hold it up. They're seeking goal number 3. Iniesta. Raul can't control it. Maybe Xavi can do better. What a block. Ramos intercepts, but it's all over. Italy head into the semi-finals. 12 years after beating Bulgaria on the way to being runners-up in USA. Either Argentina or Germany await. World Cup fever continues for the hosts. The German Festival of Football is sustained after an underwhelming victory over England on penalties in the previous round. Argentina sailed through, faced their Hernan Crespo's goal against Portugal. Arne Friedrich really deep for a fullback, plays it back to Schneider. Closer, and it bounces just in front of the goal. Closer gives it to Podolski. He's got to take it on by himself with Ayala in pursuit. Good catch from Abondantieri. Riquelme releases it to Messi. Here's that fast footwork from Messi. Good save from Lehmann. Resumes his place after his heroics in the penalty shootout. Podolski brings it down. Goes on the turn. Shot blocked by that. And it rises out to Frankfurt. Soren galloping up on that left-hand flank. And it's whipped in. Messi too small to compete really. Mascherano. It's ambitious. Schneider into the middle towards Frings. Skips past one. It's still Torsten Frings. It's a tame strike and a strange spill from Abondantieri. Closer tucks it away on the corner. Who else but Miroslav? Germany are in front against the favourites. Wow! Without question, their confidence would have been affected from the 0-0 draw against England. Will the Germans ever score again? And Miroslav Klose turns on the style against the Argentinians. Franks, Klose. Oh, is he on his way to a brace? Klose. Oh, inches wide. And the rematch of the 1990 World Cup final ends at half-time as it ended in Rome. Well, here comes Klose again, and Argentina's defense is struggling to find an answer for Salto Klose. Helped on first time to Lucas Podolski, back to Schweinsteiger. Return to Lucas, off the crossbar. Schneider couldn't follow up effectively. The young lion of Cologne looks at Podolski, announcing himself at these World Cup finals in fashion. Argentina has shrunk since the first goal. Speaking of shrunk, here's Messi. Riquelme is helped on to Crespo. He had an empty net to aim at. Time is ticking away for the Argentines. Podolski just misses across. Lahm is taking it past Mascherano nicely. Here's Lahm. Closer! Buried! It's buried! Germany are on their way to face the Italians. It's a brace from the veteran Miroslav Klose, and Argentina simply haven't turned up. If the Argentines want to force extra time, they've got to score now. Aymar, shot blocked. Aymar releases it again. Tevez just isn't allowed to follow up without being bothered by Friedrich. It's about to be 8 of the fastest minutes for Argentina. Tevez into the middle to another magic minute in Saviola. And what the hell was that? Not even close to being a threat. Aymar, Saviola. Oh, and he goes past. Oh, great stop from Lehmann. Sticks the foot out and denies Javier Saviola. Germany and Italy will recreate their famous real-life showdown in the semi-finals of the 2006 World Cup, but this time it takes place in Munich. Well, the quarter-finals are in the record books. 8 teams become 4. Sweden blew Mexico away in Berlin. France bothered Brazil for the second time in a row. Spain once again underachieved against the Azzurri. And Argentina underwhelmed against Germany, who continue to be inconsistent and unpredictable. David Villa now has to make peace with his fantastic accomplishment of 7 goals. It's now up to Henry, Ibrahimovic if he's fit, and closer to smash that record with at least one game remaining. And here is the final four. Sweden take on France in Dortmund, and Italy battle Germany, just like they did in real life, but this time it takes place in Munich. Sweden owe a lot to Ibrahimovic for that spot in the semi-final. Do you think he will be fit to play against France? Let me know if your country has made the final four. What are your predictions for the World Cup final in Berlin? I want to hear your predictions on the semi-final scores. And as usual, have your say on the best player, best match and best goal of the quarterfinals. Thank you everybody for liking and subscribing. I'll see you in the semi-finals.